What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. In today's video, I'm gonna show you guys an arm workout and give you guys a little commentary of my personal experience of trying to get big arms. So I'm gonna roll the clips, but first and foremost, I want to say thank you to all the support I've been getting. Alhamdulillah, I really appreciate it, man. All the subscribers, all the support really means a lot to me. And that brings me to another point. If you guys are new here, please consider subscribing. I do a lot of reviews, workouts, and stuff like that. But anyways, in today's video, I'm gonna give you guys a little talk about my own personal experience with trying to get big arms and trying to get big muscles generally speaking. I've always been the skinniest kid all the time. Like when I was growing up, if you guys watched my transformation video, you guys would know how skinny I was. I wore glasses, I wore braces, I got picked on. Whatever, I was the skinniest kid, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. And it's always been a struggle for me to try to gain mass, trying to gain weight. And I've tried a lot of different splits, a lot of different workouts, a lot of different techniques. And honestly, I'll tell you guys my technique, but what I notice is that everybody is different. Everybody is gonna grow in different ways and is gonna react in different ways. And science can say whatever it wants, but science has always proven wrong and right repeatedly over history. So science says one thing, but obviously real life could always say another thing. So try out different techniques. You know, if you try out my technique, it doesn't work out for you, don't stick to it. Don't be stubborn, and don't say it'll work later on or it'll work at some time in the future. If it doesn't work, try a different technique and keep trying different workouts, different techniques, and see what happens. See how your body reacts. And also, the diet is really important. So keep the diet consistent while you try different techniques and variations of workouts. Because if you try, let's say, my techniques and you don't get big, maybe it's because of your diet. Or you're getting fat, maybe it's because of your diet, etc., etc. So make sure your diet is consistent, you have your diet on point, and then try out different workout variations. Now, what is my workout technique? How do I work out? How do I like to work out? At the beginning of my workout, I always like to warm up. And my warm-ups don't consist of stretching or cardio or anything like that. What they consist of is doing the movement that I'm gonna start off with, and incorporating the muscles that I'm gonna be training. So for example, in today's video, if you guys saw in the beginning of the video, I was doing the easy bar curls with really light weight, so 25 reps, and I did it for 2 sets until I feel nice and warmed up, my muscles feel pumped, and the blood is flowing. And I always do that with every single workout that I do. So if I'm doing legs, I'll start off with squats. I'll straight up start off with squats, do really light weight, do a lot of reps, and I don't tire myself out. I don't go until I, failure on the warm-up sets, and that's really important because you're gonna burn yourself out, and you're not gonna be able to train properly. If you're trying to gain muscle, you're not gonna do hypertrophy training efficiently if you burn out on your warm-up sets. It doesn't make sense, to me personally at least. So then after I do my warm-up, I try to get 3 to 4 working sets per exercise that I do. For example, if I'm doing bicep curls, I'll start off with lighter weight, but do 10 reps, and towards the 10th rep, it gets really challenging and hard, but not to failure. And then the next the next set, I would do a little bit heavier weight, but for 8 reps. And then a little bit heavier weight for 6 reps. But in this specific workout, I did 10 reps the first set, 10 reps the second set, and then 8 reps the last 2 sets. And the reason for that is because, number one, it helps the muscle get warmed back up, just in case it did get cold for some reason. And number two, it's incorporating the higher rep range and lighter weight or moderate weight, and then the lower rep range with the heavier weight. And so you're getting, for me personally, I don't know what works best. If I do really light weights all the time, like let's say 4 sets of 10 or 4 sets of 12 or 4 sets of 15, it's not gonna work for me. I'm not gonna get big. And at the same time, if I do 4 sets of 5 or 4 sets of 6 only, throughout the whole workout, that's not gonna work for me either. It hasn't worked for me in the past, so it just doesn't happen. So I always try to do a pyramid set where I incorporate lightweight and heavyweight into one set. So that's pretty much the main concept, is to incorporate lightweight and heavyweight in the same set. And then in terms of rest intervals, I always try to do anywhere, if I'm trying to have a more intense workout, more kind of like if I'm running late on time, or my time is restricted, I try to do 45-second rest intervals, but the optimal rest interval for me is 60 seconds, 60 to 90 seconds. And then usually on every other day other than arm day, arm and shoulder day, I do about 4 to 5 different workouts, and again, 4 sets each. And then lastly, for the split, I do chest on one day separately, back on one day, and then arms. I start off with back, then chest, then legs, and then arms, and then I repeat. And then after I do that again, I take an off day, a rest day, and then I do another 8 days, and then take 1 day off. And that's what I found is best for me. When I first began working out, I did chest and tris, back and bis, legs and shoulders, and that one's nice, but honestly this one is the best for me, and I've seen the most gains on this split. So that is my split, and that's pretty much all I have to say, man. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to drop a like, consider subscribing, check out these other videos on the screen, and inshallah I will see you guys in the next video.